Okay, gang, Bill Storm, your online business coach here with you. Excited to have you here with me today because we are going to be talking about some of the foundations and fundamentals of succeeding online, growing a business online that even a lot of the pros miss. So I want you to really pay close attention to this. Have some pencil and paper handy, or if you're more techie, you can pull out your iPad and your pencil and take notes, because this really and truly is something that even really seasoned internet business owners have to continually revisit, because they continue to have to refine it. And most people that first start out really don't nail this. They don't get this right. And that is why they get kind of lost and confused in the shuffle of all the noise that's on the internet. Okay, so I'm going to switch right over here and go over to sharing on switching my screen. It looks like I've got to make myself a host. Let me see. There we go. Just give me a second here and we'll do that. Okay, it should be good now. All right, so I'm going to switch over here to my whiteboard. Let's make sure that I've got a pencil that's working correctly. A little scribble. Yep, we're looking good here. Okay, so one of the things I'm really excited about is my new book that I've got coming out. And the title of my new book is going to be Slaying the 7 Dragons. And the dragons in this case represent the 7 major obstacles or challenges that people face when they're going online to start a business. So it's Slaying the 7 Dragons, the entrepreneurial hero's guide to conquering the online world of business. Sorry, I got a little tongue tied there. Okay. So it's really cool, and it's going to be a lot of fun, because I've tied in a character to this, and we're going to talk about this today. The charismatic leader or attractive character in the story, the hero of the story, is Sir William the Dragon Slayer. Okay, so you can see already that what we're talking about when you're entering into the online space is creating a storyline, creating something that's fun, that's interesting, that makes you interesting to listen to or make somebody pay attention. Okay, most people on the internet, especially people that are offering business services, are boring as hell. I mean, they just want to make you go to sleep. They offer the same thing over and over and over again. I don't know how many more ads I can see where somebody is showing themselves in front of a Rolls Royce or a jet or a yacht they don't even own, and thinking that's what's going to draw someone in to want to work with them. It's absolutely ludicrous. So what I want to do is I want to talk about the foundation of building a business that will let you succeed long term. This is my 23rd year. Okay, I didn't get here by accident. I started with absolutely zero, and I'm still here today sharing with you. So the things that I'm sharing with you are time tested. They're proven, and I think they're actually will be a hell of a lot more fun for you to work with. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start out with the attractive character, the charismatic leader, or what I call the hero of your story. So I'm not a very good artist, but I'm going to do my best. Okay, so here we're going to start with this is going to be my rendition of Sir William, and I am absolutely terrible artist, so I'm going to use stick figures here. Okay, so here's Sir William the knight. And I want you to kind of picture, you know, King Arthur, Merlin, that kind of world. Okay. So Sir William, I'm gonna give Sir William a sword. Okay. So here's Sir William's sword, and let's see. I better make that sword a little bit longer, and then over here, this would be the handle on the sword. Okay. So this is my best version of Sir William the Dragon Slayer. Okay. So you can see already that by creating a character around this, around the storyline, you can already start to imagine some of the things that I might be including in this, especially if I start talking about fire-breathing dragons and so on and so forth. And every good movie that you see always has some sort of character. It always has some kind of storyline. It's usually somebody who's facing all kinds of obstacles, challenges, and they've got this, you know, these obstacles in their way, but against all odds, they you know, they discover something that is going to help them get to the other side to raise their hands in victory. Okay, so maybe even like the simple story of like a Rocky Balboa. All right, that's a hero's journey type story. So this is what we're doing here, and we're following Sir William in his quest. Okay, so the question then is if you're going to start a business online and you're the hero of the story, who are you trying to be a hero for? Right? Who are the people that you're trying to serve? So in my case, the people that I want to try to serve, these would be my loyal subjects. Okay, AKA my customers, clients, whatever you want to call them. I need to be that person that can step up and I can slay the 7 dragons. And not only can I slay the 7 dragons, but I can also teach my loyal subjects how to do the same so they can have the same kind of success that I have, okay? So the question is who do you want to serve? Okay, so I want you to write that down. Who do I want to serve? And you need to be able to answer that question. Who is it that I really, really want to serve? Now, just to give you a little bit of help behind this, generally the answer to that question is typically people who were just like you, right? Before you became an expert, or before you became really knowledgeable, or before you developed a skill set in something. That's who it is. It's usually somebody who is like you, just a few chapters behind you, and could really use your guidance or mentorship, so on and so forth, okay? So, and this would hold true whether it's a product or a service, okay? Whether it's a product or service really doesn't make any difference. So as the hero of the journey, as the charismatic leader, as the attractive character in the story, you're gonna lead people on a path that you've walked before, okay? So we get that? Thumbs up, we're good. Okay, awesome. All right, so now let's move on to number next, okay? So number next, this is where we're gonna talk about growth through contribution. So I'm gonna move Sir William out of the way here. I'm just gonna clear my drawings. And up here, I'm just gonna write this down. We're gonna have growth, okay? Our own personal business growth is gonna come through contribution, okay? Growth through contribution. Now, when you first started out, right? When you first started out, here was you, right? And let's see how well I do at this, okay? I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna draw this guy's little, shoulders here, and let's see if I can add in. This is gonna be really tricky, okay? Let me see if I can add this in. I'm gonna try to add in a book. Let's see if I can do this properly. So I'm gonna go here. I'm using a cheat sheet, people, so I'm not the best artiste in the world, so just hang with me, okay? So here's my book, and here's the words on the book. Hey, that's not too bad. That's not awful, okay? There's my book, sort of a book, a little bit low. That's okay. Okay, so this was me when I was younger. I had this little sporky hair like this, so there I am there. And then down here's my legs sticking out, and here I am reading this book. So at one point, right, now I'm the teacher, but at one point, I was the student, okay? And probably is the same thing with you. You didn't wake up, or you weren't born with skills or knowledge or expertise that was developed. You may have had a, oh, I don't know, maybe you were kind of drawn to it, or you were born with, you know, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Maybe you were born with those abilities, right? Something that came kind of naturally to you. When you were introduced to it, you gravitated towards it, right? It was your thing. It was definitely naturally your thing. But when you were a student, you had to be developed. You really didn't know what you were doing. So what you were doing is you were basically looking for a mentor, okay? So over here, let's, boy, I made myself kind of big. Let me make somebody who's a little bit bigger, okay? So this is your mentor, and your mentor could be male or female, doesn't really matter who it is. As long as you connect with that person, right? As long as they have achieved the result that you're looking for. Okay, so let me do this. Let me make this one a female, just for fun. And let me see. There we go. There's my female. There's my female teacher. Okay. Now, my female teacher, her job, right, in this is to take a willing and coachable student and teach them in the ways of slaying dragons, right? We need to know exactly what it is that we need to learn, right? And the weapons we need to forge, and the strategy we need to, you know, we need to take, and we need to know the path that we need to go. All of these things are the job of our teacher, okay? Or our mentor, or our guide, whatever you want to call it. That's what this person is. And your job is to eventually replace your teacher, your mentor, your guide. I mean, that's really what you're trying to do, right? So in here becomes all of your little students. And in this case, these would be your loyal subjects, or these would be your customers or your clients. And your job is to contribute all of your knowledge and experience that you've had that have made you an expert in the thing that you're amazing at, and you're going to pass that knowledge onto your loyal subjects, customers, clients, students, whatever. Okay, great example of that would be Daniel-san, right, from the Karate Kid. Mr. Miyagi was the teacher, the mentor, the guide. He had the knowledge that Daniel-san needed in order to develop the martial arts skills they needed in order to be able to defeat the bully. Same idea here. If you have a product, if you have a service, if you have a skill, if you have a knowledge, if you have some sort of skill set that is going to be of value to someone else, this is the perfect business for you. As a matter of fact, it's the easiest business for you to start because it's something that you're already super amazing at, and it's something that you're skilled at, and it comes easily to you. You can talk about it all day. So in my case, right, in my story, I'm Sir William, right? So in my story, I have literally been able to leave a world that I didn't want to be a part of anymore, right? I didn't want to do what everybody else was doing. I didn't want to be trapped in a 9-to-5. I didn't want to be under someone else's thumb. I wanted to be able to create a life where I could do what I wanted, when I wanted, wherever I wanted, and with whomever I wanted. That was ultimate freedom to me. And because I've been able to achieve that, okay, because I've been able to actually achieve that in my own life, it's the perfect business for me to be able to teach other people who want that same kind of freedom, right? I'm able to be home every single day for 23 years to have dinner with my family. I've been able to run my business from wherever I am, right? I can be in my principal residence in South Florida, or I can be at my summer home in upstate New York. Right, I can be in my pajamas if I want to be. Right, this is ultimate freedom. I can have my dog sitting next to me. It really is an amazing way of living that's so different than what everybody else does. So for me, I'm passionate about that, and what I'm doing is I'm calling out into the online world, saying, "Hey, if you've ever had this feeling like me, where you dread going to work or you dread the business that you're currently in, and you're looking for a way, a new way, a better way to get freedom to be able to do, to be able to live this kind of lifestyle that I am, come to me, talk to me. Let me hear your business. Let me hear your business idea, and let's have a friendly conversation around it. And I'll help you map this out so that you can start your path onto that journey, so you can achieve the same result that I did." And of course, I'm going to make you very well aware that there are some dragons awaiting for you. There's 7 fiery dragons that will kill a business before it ever gets off the ground, and you need to be aware of them, and you need to prepare for them, and you need to be trained to face them so they're not a surprise to you and they don't put your business under before it ever gets off the ground. Okay, so that's what basically my whole new book is about. Okay, I'm not quite sure exactly when it's going to come out, but it's going to be really, really cool. And it puts it into story form that is going to be a fun read instead of another boring type of a read. And I think it'll kind of bring it all to life. So I'm super excited about sharing that with you, and I will definitely let you know when that comes out. So anywho, if you're listening to this and this is starting to make sense to you, and you know that you're smart enough, you know that you're willing to put in the work, you know that there's something that's been eating at you that you've been thinking about, and you said, man, if I could just turn this into a business, or if I could just, if I could just take my brick and mortar business and leave tomorrow, if I could create something that gave me more freedom, let's have a conversation. Okay, it's really, really simple. We're gonna have a friendly conversation. On my word, it will not be a sales presentation at all. All it's going to be is me talking to you and listening, and you're telling me all about your idea, and then I'm going to think about exactly what that would look like. I'm going to pull out my whiteboard just like I'm doing now, and I'm going to map out the steps to your business so you can see exactly what it'll look like when it's finished. And once you start to see it, now it becomes clear, and once you have clarity, you can start actually building this thing out. So hopefully this was helpful to you today. If you would like to have that conversation with me, okay, let me see if I can write this in here. It is BillStormLive.com/book. I think that's what it is. Book means book a call, right? BillStormLive.com/book. That's all you have to do. Just go there. Find a time on my calendar that works for you. If you can't find a time that works for you because of your schedule for whatever reason, you can just let me know, shoot me an email or message me on Facebook or whatever. I'm available multiple different ways, and just let me know that, hey, you know what, my schedule doesn't allow for this. Can we pick a different time? And I'll do my best to accommodate. Okay. So hopefully you enjoyed this today, and that's it. So I like to keep these short and sweet. I know for me, if it's something that goes on and on and on and on, I don't have time to sit there and listen to something that goes on and on and on. And it's a lot easier if it comes in small pieces and chunks. And truly, this piece is so important, you're going to have to spend some time thinking about it anyway. You're going to think about it, you're going to draw it, you're going to rewrite it and you know, erase it over and over again a million times until you finally figure it out. But think about placing yourself in a storyline. Who would you want to be if you were the superhero of your own story? Who is that person, and how can you create a storyline around that? That'll make it a little bit more of a fun project for you instead of a grind. Okay, so thanks so much. Have an amazing day, and we'll talk to y'all real soon.